Hey you guys, happy Saturday. Sorry I'm doing this video a little bit late. I know I'm used to doing videos like early in the morning or between like 6 and 7 o'clock. But today was just a super busy day, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just pop on and they can catch the recording. So it's all good. Forgive me, I am in my pajamas. Where I'm at, it's minus 40, so PJs are kind of necessary for me right now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Also, thank you so much for being a part of this group. Like, I love your guys' energy. I love that you guys are sharing and that you're connecting. It's overall incredible. It's amazing. And it lights my soul on fire. So thank you so much. I have a few surprises for you guys coming up. So watch out for that. So let's get started. So it is tarot and oracle card night. I just want to talk a little bit about tarot and oracle cards because I could go on and on and on and on and on about this. So tarot is usually 78 cards. It is usually used for in-depth reading. So, say for example, you have a question about your health and you want somebody to dive deep into that. Usually they would use a tarot deck because a tarot is more precise. A tarot explains could go into like what's going on, why you're going through this, what does it mean, how you will overcome it, all that kind of stuff. While oracle deck depends on which deck, because I do have an oracle deck that does really dive deep into what you're going through. But usually it's, kind of like clear cut. So say for example, if you have a question on say your health, it could be like, their answer could be, you're going through this to lead you into a better direction, right? Well, tarot will explain more in depth, this is why you're going through this. It'll help you lead you into the right direction. This is the direction it will be, all that kind of stuff. Which either one is okay. Like tarot and oracle cards are so much fun. There are so many out there. Oh my gosh, they're all beautiful. They're all fun to work with. Oracle cards are usually used to enhance your intuition, enhance your way of thinking. Looking into the cards, so like the picture and stuff, usually like your intuition, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, will know an answer, especially if it's a reading about yourself. They want you to get the best advice. They want you to get the best results as well. So usually your, your intuition will know. Not right off the spot. Sometimes you just gotta like breathe and get back into your center and just figure out what that card means. And it usually takes time, which there's nothing wrong with that, especially for beginners. Okay, so I want to talk a few things about like how I do tarot, what I believe in to be true, because maybe you resonate with this as well. You never know, right? Everybody has their own belief around tarot and oracle cards. Doesn't mean that, I have no idea what I was going to say. Forgive me, it's been a long night. But yeah, everybody has their own kind of belief around it. So How I do readings around tarot and oracle cards is I connect with not only my energy, but I connect with angel energy as well, and also the deck energy. So usually when I do a reading, I'm like, I say the person's name, I'm like, they would like a reading around this. What deck wants to come out? And the deck that wants to come out, I connect with their energy, excuse me, and they are the ones that give me the clear answer that I can share with you as well. I'm not sure if you know this, but there is light decks and then there are shadow decks. Light decks are considered like angel cards. They're considered like, moon cards, just like overall light cards. Cards that will not be like, you need to man up and deal with this. Cards that will give you like a gentle approach. There is something called shadow cards, which are more direct. So if you're like, oh, I'm having a hard time in my relationship, my partner isn't really treating me well, what should I do? Shadow cards will be like, you need to woman up or man up. You need to deal with your own crap, and you need to either leave this relationship or figure out what you want. Those are shadow cards. They're very direct, which is, they can be very harsh energy for people who aren't used to that kind of directness, which is totally okay, nothing wrong with that. Also, which can be kind of confusing, so there are like future readings, right? Like there's the past, present, and future reading. They're 3-card. When you ask what is my health, where will my health be this year, or whatever the case may be, there are future readings, so to speak. But tarot and oracle cards, I believe that they cannot predict the future, and here's why. We are never the same person. Like, you are completely different today than you were yesterday, because we're all changing, right? Like, our energy's changing, our thoughts are changing, our cells are changing, right? So saying that, I believe that they can't predict the future because, like I said, we're changing, we're growing, we're evolving, right? So say, for example, you do a reading for yourself and it's like, what will my health be? And if that day that you do the reading, your advice could be, oh, like your health is going to go great, you're going to move forward, this is going to be the healthiest year you will ever have. And then you're like, great. And then a week from now, things are changing, your energy's changing, maybe you're eating like, more unhealthy than you should, you're putting certain foods into your body that you shouldn't be, and then you decide to do a reading for yourself and be like, oh, I want to know more about my health. So, and then you do the same reading, like, what is my health going to be this year? And then your advice could be, well, your health is going to be not all that good, like you're not going to move forward, you're going to be held back, all that kind of stuff, because on the action that you're taking. Just for like an example, a friend of mine, she got a reading around a relationship. She wanted to know about, will this be the relationship for me? And she got it done, and the person that did it said that this is your soulmate, this is the person that you're going to be with, this is the person that, is going to light your soul on fire. And she was so excited. She was like, Oh my gosh, she was so happy. She was so thrilled because she's always wanted a healthy, loving relationship. And so, without even realizing it, in a way, she kind of sabotaged it by getting overexcited, by getting like, oh, like, you're the one, so you can't do this, or you can't do this. Like, you can't date other people, even though they weren't in a relationship. So since we're all changing, or we can get in our own way, I believe that, tarot and oracle cards can't really predict the future. Don't get me wrong, I do tarot and oracle card readings for myself, and they're different each time. Doesn't matter, like, I love doing relationship readings. That's my jam. That's what I love. But I can do a reading for myself around relationships a month, like right now, and it could be like, yeah, like you're gonna meet the one, and this is the action that you need to take. Well, I can do it like 2 months from now, and it's like, oh, you're not gonna meet the one. Take more time for yourself. Whatever the case may be, it all depends on where you're at, and your energy, the action that you're taking, whatever the case may be. I hope that makes sense. Just looking over my notes here. Another thing is, which is why, because I love doing readings, but I do ask for your guys' permission, is because you can't go against someone's free will, which is something that I've learned. So when you are doing a reading, and which is another why I believe that tarot and oracle cards can't predict the future, is because, they can't go against your free will, even though it's like, they can lay out each action for you to take. You can totally choose a different path, which is totally okay, right? Like, it's your life. If you want to go down that path, that's totally okay. But, since we do have something called free will, everything's changing. We're changing, right? So, there's that. What else? Cards. Yeah, I think that basically covers it. I didn't want to go really in depth in tarot and oracle cards because that could take a couple of hours, and I know you guys don't have time for that, and neither do I. But I do want to say a few things. Number one, feel free to share around your favorite tarot and oracle deck. Would totally love to see that. Also, I am offering, up until this group is over, which is February 11th, free readings for people. Anybody that wants a reading, feel free to comment on the post, or feel free to message me, but I will be scheduling them so that you can get a clear, accurate reading. And also, I will be doing in the works, but look out for free giveaways. So, I believe that's everything I want to talk about tonight. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's kind of like a little clear cut, but this is only part one. I am doing another part, which will be next week. But this is kind of just the basics. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and stay warm wherever you're at. Have a good night, you guys. Thanks again.